Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mamapreneur Podcast. I am your amazing and fabulous hostess with the mostest, Robbin. Welcome to episode 70. Oh my God. Okay. It's crazy. Every show, I'm just in awe that I get to come to you guys every second and fourth Thursday evening. Just being able to do something I love to do and to bring you guys entrepreneurs from all over the country, all over the world, all ages. We got a kidpreneur on tonight. I cannot wait for you to hear more about him and what he has going on because I think he is just awesome. And so cannot wait for you guys to hear more about him and his business. But before I get to my kidpreneur and my other fabulous guest, audience, I got to put you to work. Why? Because I can. So, first things first, please share the live broadcast or the replay if you're watching the replay. So, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, please share the live. You never know who this episode in particular may bless, but you must share. Sharing is caring. So, that's number one. Number two, I would love for you all to let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. We have people that tune in from all over. And so would love for you to type that in the chat where you're tuning in from. And if you are an entrepreneur in the audience, we network in the Mamapreneur realm. We network. So what I want you to do is type in your business link, social media, whatever, website in the chat. Let's network in the chat. Now, I know that was quite a bit to give you in the matter of seconds that I've been on. All you got to do is share the live or the replay if you're watching the replay. Let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. And also, what I didn't mention is if you share, you automatically go into a drawing for some nice little goodies and giveaways. But you must share the live and hashtag Mamapreneur in the chat. That lets me know you've shared it and you get automatically entered into the drawing, and we'll chat offline about that. And also, if you're a business owner in the chat, please make sure that you put your link to your website, social media, whatever products and services you have, because you never know who may need your services. For those that are new to the Mamapreneur platform, my name is Robbin. I am born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I work in corporate by day, but I do a lot outside of that. And so this show has been around a little over 3 years. And tonight is episode 70. I give shouts out every show to the amazing Kesha Kesh, CEO of POWERTEAM. 70 episodes, girl. 70 episodes. Very grateful to be before you and to be a part of this platform. So I was waiting on them applause, girl. You better put some applause out there. All right. Okay. So a few announcements before I get to my kidpreneur spotlight tonight. Also, before I even go into that, now, it's a live show. We like engagement. Okay. So if you are liking something that I am saying because you just love me so much, or if you have a question or for any of the guest comments, whatever, please type that in the chat. Especially if you have a question, because I would love to get your question answered while we're live, if possible. So, yeah, the Hallelujah Corner is what I like to call it. So if you are digging something we're saying, make sure you say, hey. See, hey, Nellie Nails. Nellie, my good friend Nellie is saying hi to me from Georgia. Hi, boo. Love you to pieces. All right. So tonight's show is sponsored by Terrell Hess of Strategic Solutions. She takes great pleasure in assisting individuals with a strategy of life insurance, variety of life insurance products and strategies, laying the foundation for building a legacy and establishing generational wealth. Who don't want to have that? However, her passion lies particularly with our underserved senior community, and this is why she also specializes in Medicare for individuals 65 and above and those with specific disabilities. So I'll be posting her link in the chat. So if you want to know more about Terrell and her business, Strategic Solutions, please reach out to her. Thank you, Terrell, for being a sponsor for tonight's show. Woo-woo. Thank you, girl. All right. So a few announcements. Have you subscribed to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel? Like I mentioned in previous episode, we are at the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching me right now on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, I need you to press subscribe. And after the show, if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn right now, I need you to go and subscribe. That'd be great. Thank you. Road to 1,000. Okay. Also, if you are a business owner and you would like to be a guest on the Mamapreneur Podcast, promote your business, get more exposure for your brand, I am now booking through the end of the year into early 2025. So if you want to know more, please reach out to me via DM at Mamapreneur Podcast, Facebook, IG, and I'll be happy to give you next steps on how you can be a guest like our guest tonight on this amazing platform, which we call the Mamapreneur Podcast. Okay. I wish I had a microphone, like a little handheld mic, like I'm the news lady, whatever. Overlook. Thank you, girl. Thank you. I knew I liked you better. Thank you. It's going to be that kind of show tonight. All right. So, Mamapreneur Enterprises always host events here locally in the DFW area to build connection and community. So on tomorrow evening, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I am hosting the Mamapreneur Networking Happy Hour in the DFW area. Link should be posted shortly. Please make sure that you register. Registration closes at midnight. Once midnight gets here, registration closes. So if you are a woman in business or if you're a professional woman, corporate woman, and you want to get out there and meet and network with other ladies, this is your sign. This is your cue. Please make sure you register via the link that is posted. And I will be sending you some info about the event and all the things. So that is tomorrow night, 5 o'clock to 7, but you must register to attend. So hope to see you guys tomorrow. I have seen the connections happen at my events. I always stress true connection happens when you're in the room. So if I wasn't in the room, this show wouldn't be here. So true connection happens when you are in the room. All right. So hope to see you all tomorrow at the Mamapreneur Networking Happy Hour. All righty. Also, last announcement, I will be speaking, one of many, at the Oh Yes I Can virtual conference next week, the 16th through the 18th. We got my friend Tracy Poe. This is her. She is the person and the reason why I had my first speaking engagement last year. She is amazing. So now this year she's doing it a little different and doing a virtual conference. So register via link that is posted. Hope to see you there. Come and get some gems. She got some powerhouses. I ain't talking about just me. Now, I know I'm amazing and such, but she got some powerhouses speaking at all 3 dates. So register, come get filled, and invest in yourself as an entrepreneur. Please make sure you're investing in yourself and in your brand. Okay. Last segment before I get to my guest, a little new segment that I call Robbin's 2 cents. So I always like to drop you guys some gems from time to time. And again, I talk to women all the time, women in business, professional corporate women often, but a lot of entrepreneurs more than anything. And so for those who are in business, you already know that entrepreneurship is such an emotional roller coaster. 1 minute, everything is just going great. And in 1 minute, not so much. And then 1 minute is back, the sales are up. And then we go back down again. It's not so much, so on and so forth. And so my little tidbit is called Be confident. Be confident in your business model. Be confident in your brand. Be confident in your niche. Be confident in your core values, your mission statement, your pitch, and all the things that come in between all of that. Be confident. Just know, yeah, there are a lot of people that do exactly what you do, but you have to be mindful that you have the secret sauce. Yes, Mary next to you may make cookies, the same cookies you make, but you still got the secret sauce. Or um, Kesha makes the best lotions, but guess what? Your lotions are just as good as Kesha's, but you have the secret sauce. No one can do your business better than you can. So if you run into some naysayers that talk about, your brand or what you do or why you run your business a certain way, we just like to say them not your people. And God always brings the people that are our people. And those are the people that we love to have in our corner, and that is our target audience. And so we focus on those target audience and those supporters. So be confident in your brand, and you are the secret sauce. That's it. All right. So Kesha didn't give me no round of applause. Kesha, you had one job. No, I'm just playing, Kesha. Don't do that. I'm just playing. She has one job, y'all. One job. No, I'm playing, Kesha. I love you, boo. Okay. So my first guest of the night is Mr. Madden Estevez. Madden. Oh my gosh. So I've known Madden's mom for some time. We're actually in a part of the same community. She is amazing. Her name is Erin. And so I met Madden at another friend's event that she was having, and we were both vendors. And he asked me questions about podcasting and all the things that I was doing. And I just got to know him briefly, and I was like, you coming to the show. I think people would love to hear your story, why you started your business. And he said yes. His mama said yes. And here we are. So I would like to introduce to you Madden Estevez, and he is the proprietor of God's Guy Creative Creations. Yay, Madden! Hi, Madden.
On the podcast today, it was really. I think it would be really fun today on the podcast, and I would really love it. And I love the opportunity to be here. So thank you, Miss Robbin.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love what you're doing. Yes. So tell everyone your name.
Hello, my name is Madden Estevez, and I am going to the 8th grade, and I live in Allen. That's just a little brief segment about me and where I'm at.
Okay. All right. And I just said the name of your business, but you tell everybody else the name of your business.
The name of my business is God's Guy Creative Creations.
Okay. And tell everyone what kind of services and products and services that you offer.
So, as you can see in the background right here, I sell bath salts and bath bombs using Epsom salt and magnesium flakes. And the magnesium helps muscle repair, and it helps you like wind down at night and go to sleep. And yep, that's just some of my products.
Okay. So talk about what made you want to start a business, and particularly those products.
So I've always been a big smell guy. Like I always have loved my scents. Always. Whenever I'm somewhere, it's like, oh, this smells good. Like I want some of this or some. And I've always just been like that. So Bath and Body Works has been one of my favorite shops for forever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons I wanted to start this business to share to share my love of scents with other people, and also, throw a little like healthiness for the body in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man. Okay. Favorite part about being a kidpreneur? What do you like about it so far?
You know, getting the jump on business, like starting young and starting the hustle young is like one of the best things that you can do because it could also help you learn about what's coming at you later in life.
Okay. Come on, getting the jump start. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You can do a class now, probably telling people how to start their business. Just get out there and do it. I love it. You're doing great things, Madden.
Thank you.
Favorite scent that
My
you have?
favorite scent, my favorite scent is the Fruity Licious I have right here. It's the one of
Up
the
just a little bit. There you go.
yeah. This is the Fruity Licious, and it's the one of my favorite. So my favorite department I would have to say is the fruity smells, and this one is my favorite. Hence the name Fruity Licious.
Okay. So talk about the different products you have. So is it just bath salts? Do you have lotion? What all do you have?
So right now, yeah, all I have is the bath salts and bath bombs, but recently I had started making them with magnesium flakes for like athletes to try out so it can help with muscle repair.
Mm-hmm.
And soon I want to start opening my department and I'm going to start to make soap.
Come on now. Yeah. Awesome. So Fruitylicious. Nelly says sunshine. What's another scent you have over there?
So I have Relax right here. This is my minty like eucalyptus,
Okay.
spearmint, peppermint. And then our top seller is also right here. It's called Grace. It's a it's lavender and vanilla. And
Mm.
these have been our top seller ever since we've started the business.
Okay. Amazing, amazing. We had a question. We had a question. So, are these products specifically for women, or is there a men's line?
So I'm I'm gonna start making more sense that may appeal to more men, but to me, I like most of the scents because you know I've never most of the manly scents also to me don't appeal that well, but I am gonna start trying to not replicate, but start to make more manly scents for men to also be interested in my.
Amazing. How can people order from you if they want to
So
get some bath salts or bath bombs from you?
you could do it. You could do it through my Instagram at God's Guy 802, or you could email me through God's Guy 802 at gmail.com.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And what advice would you give to a kidpreneur, someone that's wanting to start their business right now? What advice would you give them?
If your business doesn't seem like it's booming or like getting a lot of sales at the start, just keep going anyway because a lot of people will start to see your business, recognize it, and buy and purchase from you because that's how it started with me. About 3 years ago, Juneteenth, I didn't get that many sales. I set up
Mhm.
a pop out shop. I set up a pop up shop outside of my house. Still didn't get that many sales, but then as soon as some other opportunities came around at my mother's business at Chase Bank, I went to a pop up shop there, and that's when my business really started to boom, and that's when all the sales started coming through. So I'd say for all the kidpreneurs out there to just keep going, even if your business isn't doing that well at the start.
Okay. So tell everybody your Instagram one more time so they can go place orders tonight.
My Instagram is God's Guy 802.
All
And
right.
my email would be godsguy802@gmail.com.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Madden, it has been such a pleasure having you on. I'm glad that you got to come on and showcase the bath salts. I know the orders are gonna be pouring in, so get ready. Get ready. Tell Mama you about to get some
Or
notifications.
start mass producing.
Yeah, you're gonna get some notifications. Get ready, get ready, get ready. But I am stinking proud of you. I look forward to what God has in store for you, you as a whole, but for your business. And so I just speak just great things to come for you and God's God Creative Creations. Thank you so much, buddy, for coming on tonight.
Thank you for the opportunity for me.
You're welcome. We hope to see you soon. All righty. Madden did so great. You guys give Madden some hand claps in the chat. He did amazing. Go, Madden. Little man, honey. That is a little man. I'm very mature. His questions to me at the event is on point, okay? Just great. Just such a great kid. All right. Next victim is Pallavi Pandey, and she's going to talk about her amazing line called Detox. So as we bring Pallavi on, there she is. Her and that smile. So I've already been messing with her already with her smile. Her smile lights up the room. I knew. So this amazing beauty, a while back, I did a contest, a pitch competition. So Pallavi's one of my winners. I have two more coming on, one more coming on later in the year. And her pitch was amazing. So she is a Mamapreneur championing sustainable brand detox palm leaf tableware, reshaping the world one palm leaf at a time. She has some amazing products like plates, and we get to talk about these plates here in a minute. Charcuterie boards. I don't know if you like a good charcuterie board ministry, and trays, and many more. Empowering sustainable dining experiences one leaf at a time. Pallavi! Woo!
Thank you for having me, Robbin. And thank you for all the audience for giving us a listen here. I'm excited to be here.
Welcome. So tell everyone about Detox palm leaf tableware and why they should be why they should buy from you today. Go.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. First, I want to say I think I'm lucky to be on the episode number 70 because it decided to turn 70 because it had so many good stories. It just couldn't stop talking. So let's continue this podcast, episode 70, with all of us here today.
Yes.
I am Pallavi, like Robbin said. Thank you. A BIPOC mompreneur from Portland, Oregon, if you're wondering where I'm tuning in from today. And I am the owner and founder at a sustainable brand called Detox. And ta-da! This is a sustainable tableware made out of palm leaves, if you're wondering. Yes, I said it right. It is areca palm leaf. The purpose of the palm tree, the areca palm tree, is to produce areca nuts. Once the nuts once the nuts are consumed and they fall, what happens is the leaves from the tree become my renewable material that I have known to rescue from the ground. So notoriously, in the last 5 years, I have become this mompreneur who rescues these leaves, and I upcycle the leaves to create something like this sustainable tableware for homes and for events, for direct to consumer like yourself and myself who hate the plastic and the paper dishes, or for businesses like vineyards, restaurants, caterers, charcuterie makers, or wedding planners. If you're just wondering, what is the best alternative to use for easy cleanup, something that goes in the microwave, something that's compostable in 90 days. So here I am checking all the boxes with my products because I grew up in India eating on leaves, if you knew that already, Robin. Yes.
Good. Wow. Wow. So with these plates, you said something that was really key. They're microwavable.
Mm-hmm.
Some plates are not microwavable. Some plates you put it in the microwave, it's going to melt. Some plates you put in the microwave, the minute you take it out, it is going to all fall. So talk about what made you say, I want to start a company with this particular material for plates and and tableware and all things.
Yeah. So earlier in my career, what happened was I used to work for a private company in logistics and supply chain. So that is how I gathered all my expertise in setting up a whole supply chain, like how to get things shipped between country A and country B. A few years fast forward, I was like, I know how to ship things. It was a matter of finding what do I need to ship for myself, something I'll call my baby, something that I would advocate for. I would use it and I would buy it. And at the same time, I would encourage other people to use it because I can add value with that. So when you said one of the keywords, microwave safe, I wanted to check out that box because I am a person who loves to host. So if you're with me, raise your hands if you love to party. So if you love to party, you know the pain point is the cleanup afterwards, putting all the
Mhm.
dishes in the dishwasher. And at the end, if you're using those nasty, cheap paper, toxic plastic, expensive bamboo plates, you're going to end up putting all of those in your trash bags. And somebody will have to carry all those trash bags outside to the side of the yard, right? So these were my pain points as an entertainer at home. And I thought, how can I become more responsible in terms of being a mom, teaching to my kids, being a better human being? And that is when I had the reminiscence of when I was a child, I ate on leaves. And I was like, how do I bring a brand that could represent my culture as eating on leaves when I was a kid and marry it with a functional product that I can provide it to the consumer today? And that is when I had my aha moment thinking about the Areca palm farms because I was like, the leaves fall, they can become my raw material. I did not want to deal with expensive bamboo because for bamboo, you have to grow the bamboo. It takes 12 months and then you have to finally cut down the bamboo. So when you say a material is truly sustainable, you look at the whole end life cycle of that product from the time you get the raw material to the time it's disposed of properly. And this was my gem because here the leaves were on the ground, so this was the raw material. And again, I couldn't use banana leaves, no, because you can't turn banana leaves into a plate. They are not microwave safe. They're not going to be sturdy or holding hot liquid. So yes, somebody wrote, what? Wow. Leaves? Yes, these are palm leaves. The beauty is these are sturdy as bamboo. They look very woody. And the best part is they compost in 90 days. And that's why I chose my raw material to be palm leaves. And there's another hidden secret here. I do manufacture in India. So I was very intentional in picking up the leaves in India because I wanted to give back to the community where I was born in. So that was my first step towards a social impact with the plastic.
And intentional at the same time. Very
Yes.
intentional. I love that.
Yes, yes. But today we've started looking for raw material in other parts of the world, like Thailand, Vietnam, because we've grown and we've scaled 500 times, which means we get to work with a lot of other vendors around the world and still make a lot of social impact, not just limited to countries. So we have our local social impact initiatives here in Portland, Oregon, in India, and are just upward and onward from here.
Okay. Are these reusable?
They are supposed to be single use because we are in the war with single use paper and plastics. But let me
Okay.
tell you a secret after events, people do like to put them, sneak them in their bags and bring them home as a souvenir and then do whatever they want after that. That's none of my business.
I think what made me ask that was the charcuterie piece. That's what was for the trays.
Yes. So what happened during COVID was before COVID, everybody used to use the expensive heavy bamboo boards to make charcuteries.
Yeah, I
During
did.
COVID,
Yeah.
everybody was wanting a safe touch, no cross contamination kind of a alternative. So for example, a bamboo board would be $30 versus our tableware, our charcuterie board would be average $3. You can't beat that. And at the end, after the event, customers left with a nice board. They could use it. I mean, my kids use them as canvases, so they would paint on them. They would use them as reusable trays, like they would put all their perfumes on it, or just make it into a showpiece at our home. So that's a couple of ways to find ways to repurpose our tableware.
Wow. Okay.
And
Okay.
if you have a pet, the pets love to chew on our products. If you are a dog owner, or actually, our customers actually buy our products for their rabbits. I'm like, really? Because the rabbits love to chew on this and play in the backyard. Because what happens is, after some events, people who compost have their composting piles in the backyard. So they would literally toss my products in their backyard because this goes back to soil in 90 days. So they've actually sent me pictures of the cute rabbits in the backyard playing with our plates, or their dogs and cats, like literally playing with our plates
Yeah.
as toys.
Oh my gosh. So like in your pack of
Mhm.
plates, the bowls, how many come in like a pack?
Sure. So for a direct to consumer who's not wanting a large quantity because they don't want to save or have storage for bulk orders, right? We get it. And that's why we were like, we're going to create a package of 25, 50, and 100. And then for our B2B customers, we're going to do in multiples of hundreds. So whether it's 200, whether it's 500, or it's 10,000. So we've got both the models going here because we do not want to overwhelm people with either quantity or storage or pricing. We have a solution for everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can pretty much ship anywhere.
Anywhere in the US and in Canada. So recently, last year, we launched our products in Canada. And this year, by the end of this year, we have Japan, Mexico, and Europe in the pipeline. Why? Because the world needs it, and we're trying to solve a big problem with a small solution. So if everybody
Right.
does their part, imagine the power of when millions said it's okay, just one straw, or it's okay, just one paper plate. Imagine that, right? That's the impact we're talking about. And especially when you're talking about big events, when you talk about events in conference centers or trade shows or weddings, that's the cumulative effect we're trying to conquer. And again, it's not about you wake up one day and you be like, from today onwards, I'm going to be sustainable. No, it's a journey. It's a small lifestyle change that everybody makes. And again, I don't do dishes on the weekends. We use our own tableware on the weekends because I'm like, I want to spend my quality time sipping on that fine wine and not having to worry about dishes. So everybody's on their own. So again, everybody could find a purpose with that tableware.
Hashtag fine wine. I'm here for it. I love it. We had a question a minute ago about how do you restock?
How
What
do
was
you
the question?
restock? Very easy. You can reach to us two ways. One is our direct website. For a brand, the best way to offer support or to even have a communication or build a relationship, because we are a brand, we love the two-way communication. You always come to us directly on our website, which is detox.com, spelled DTOCS. Now, if you're wondering, this is a cool spelling. This is a non-standardized spelling of the word detox, symbolizing cleansing journey with leaves, because I pick up leaves and I recycle leaves. So that is one way to restock your inventory. But if you want to know how I restock my inventory from India all the way, baby, it's on ships. It comes in huge ships on water. And again, it is because intentionally I do not want to add to carbon footprint via flights because it is a much more severe impact when you try to get your inventory in 2 days, 5 days,
Uh-oh, she froze.
1 day in the area. I high chain in a way where I plan for the inventory beforehand. I make sure I never run out. And I have this cycle going on with my vendors, the raw material, the manufacturing, the selling, all of it.
Okay. Amazing. She say they sound really sturdy. If reused, how long could it last?
So here's the thing with them, because it's a leaf, it's like how it rains outside, right? When the leaves fall, you see they become black. So the point is, if you reuse them with water, especially if you wash them, they're going to catch mold on it. And that is why we say these are single use. But I have seen food carts using like a butter paper on it and tossing it out. Or
Mhm.
sometimes people hand wash this. And you will not believe, sometimes my people come to me and say, we've reused this 100 times. And I'm like, get out. Because I did not say you to use this 100 times. It's a one-time use, but it's all about experimenting. It's when it's in your household, when it's with you, it's up to your discretion. But as a brand, we say these are single-use disposables.
Okay.
And
What's
the other way
next?
to And the other way to get in touch with is on Amazon. So we are on Amazon USA and Amazon Canada, and we get it. Sometimes people just need it tomorrow at their door. So it's Amazon.com.
Oh yeah, Amazon. You know, if you got that good Prime, hashtag Prime.
Yes.
What's next for Detox?
Oh boy, what is next? So this year is going to be exciting because, like I said, we have Japan, Europe, and Mexico in the pipeline. So I'm getting nervous because who thought I would be here?
Yeah.
When I started 5 years ago, I started with 4 plates. I'm not kidding. Round, square, oval, rectangle. 4 plates. That was it. Today I have 40 products. I have grown in 2 countries. I have become a 7-figure brand.
Come on
I'm
now.
one of the top 4% Amazon sellers. The amount of carbon emissions we've saved, or the amount of plates we've sold, is 5 million. The carbon emission that equals to is, imagine 40 Eiffel Towers on top of each other. So
Wow. Doing
it's
great things.
doing all great things. The point is keep doing it.
Absolutely. Kalabi, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Honey, if you don't know it by now, you've educated some people tonight. So thank you so much. And tell everyone your website one more time.
Detox.com, DTOCS. Every time people look at me, they say, we see the detox ladies here, detox lady, detox lady. But even my name, Pallavi, would you like to know what it means?
What does it mean?
In my Indian cultural language, it means leaf. And I did find my calling.
Really?
Yes. I'm not making this. Pallavi means leaf. You can chat it or Google it.
Let me tell you something. You said it. I believe you, child. You did the research. I believe you. Hey, it's your name. You know.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you joined us today. Just such a great story. Again, I was very pleased with your pitch and everything. I said, man, that baby put some thought into that pitch. Proud of her. I said she has to be one of the winners. And so thank you so much. And I look forward to connecting with you more in the future. Thank you so much, and just continued success.
Likewise. Thank you again for this opportunity. And people can, of course, connect with us on Instagram. Our page is Detox Plates. And if the pitch that you're referring to, others are interested in seeing it, it's on YouTube. So if you go to our channel, Detox Plates, you can see that pitch. It's right there.
Yes. Yes. Have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone, give her some hand claps in the chat. Give her some hand claps. She was amazing. Hey, if you didn't know nothing, if you didn't learn nothing else today, you didn't learn about Madden and his bath salts and how well they smell. Madden had a fan club in the chat. And then we didn't brought Miss Detox Plates in here, honey. She got plates, bowls, trays, you name it. And honey, and then she named all the shapes of her plates. She got options. Anyway, and as we close out the show with this mamapreneur, the amazing Christy K. Moore. Christy K. Moore is the CEO of the Mansfield Funeral Home and Cremations, serving Mansfield, Texas, and Frisco, Texas, and surrounding cities. She has lots going on. We got to connect some time back and getting to know her and her story, her why, out here doing big things in a very much male-dominated field, and to be a woman of color in this particular field, woman of color in business, period, but a woman of color doing what she is doing and out here just doing great things and opening businesses and all the things. I can't wait for her to tell you how amazing she is, because I feel she's amazing. Everybody, Christy K. Moore. Woo-hoo.
Thank you. Hi.
Welcome to the Mamapreneur Podcast, Christy. Tell everyone about yourself and kind of how did you get started into the funeral industry?
Okay. Hello, everyone. And thank you so much, Robbin, for having me this evening. I've been really looking forward to sitting and talking with you this evening. And congratulations on your 70th episode. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Glad that you can grace us with your presence.
Absolutely. So I'm Christy K. Thank you for the applause. Born and raised in Oak Cliff, Texas.
That's right.
Sorry. That's my hood. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I knew when I was 9 years old that I wanted to be a mortician. And the short story is I was there when my great grandmother passed, and I actually was there when they embalmed her. And of course, they didn't know I was in the room. I was slightly mischievous when I was younger. And so I snuck into the room, stood there and watched them embalm her. And I was just fascinated with the science behind it. Mm-hmm. And so, growing up in Oak Cliff, anyone that grew up with me, kids or their parents, to this day, they'll say, you've always said this is what you wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And so it was time for me to go to college. I wanted to go straight to mortuary school. My parents were like, absolutely not. You're going to go and get at least your bachelor's first so that you can have a foundation. And then you can go back and get your associates in mortuary science. Thank God they did that, and I was obedient to what they wanted me to do. So I ended up going to Hampton University, where I got my molecular biology degree, and then got a full scholarship to Tennessee State and Meharry Medical College, got my master's in endocrinology. Then I came back and got associates in embalming and funeral directing. So I'm actually a chemist by trade. Love math and science. And so I worked for several funeral homes over the years. And then finally I was working for a really large corporation, and I was one of their highest earning funeral directors. They gave me a goal to sell a certain package once every 6 months. And I ended up selling 3 or 4 of them in like the first month. And they were like, well, how were you able to do that? Because that was really unheard of at that time. And I know how to show people the value behind what they're purchasing. And I'm a very genuine person.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. And so what really rubbed me the wrong way working for others is that I was being asked to, cut what I know God told me and how he asked me to serve people. They wanted me to like be in and out in 15 minutes. If the spouse is crying because they lost their loved one, oh, well, finish the contract and get out. And it was like a cookie cutter, factory type scenario. And I knew that's not what God told me to do when I was 9. Yeah. And so I said, you know what, Lord? I said, if you give me the opportunity, when you give me the desire of my heart to be a mortician in the way that you told me to do it, I promise you that I will educate your people first. And then however they come to me, I will serve them in excellence. And so I've been doing that it'll be 8 years next month. I just thought about that. 8 years.
Yeah.
Next month.
Amazing.
Thank you. And that's really huge because, I was the first woman to own a funeral home in Mansfield, Texas, the first woman to own a funeral home in Frisco, Texas. Mm-hmm. And I'm the only woman to own my own crematory in Tarrant County. So I've had a lot of firsts. And those firsts have really allowed me to set the pace of how my community is to be served. Mm-hmm. And from there, I started my own foundation to teach entrepreneurs what I didn't know 8 to 10 years ago, to help them have maybe a smoother transition than what I had from corporate America to being a full-fledged entrepreneur. And then I also talk to community activists, and I have the Amethyst Gala coming up. So I have a lot of things going on.
Yes, we're going to talk about that in a moment. Yes, okay. You're doing big things. So a few questions in regards to what you do. So a lot of times, especially some folks of color, don't mean to kind of say that, but I'm going to say it. A lot of times when it comes to your industry, a lot of times we're not ready. It's a lot of times it's, person passes on and you're just trying to figure it out. Talk about the benefits of having a pre-need or pre-planning before it happens.
Yes. I tell people all the time, first, the myth is that it's usually people of color. After COVID, everybody has just decided to just live by the seat of their pants and not plan the way that they should. Pre-planning is important because it helps with those who you leave behind to grieve in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a grief that happens when your loved one passes and you don't have money to pay for it, versus grief, your loved one passes and you do have a plan, or you do have the money, or you have stuff in place. Pre-planning allows for you to hear from the person that you are taking care of, when they pass, hear their wishes and come up with a plan. We plan everything. We plan what we're going to wear. We plan what we're going to eat. We plan where we're going to go, all the things. And the only thing that's really certain about our life is that we are going to die at some point. And the worst thing that we can do is to plan everything out for our families while we're on this earth, just to leave them with nothing. So pre-planning doesn't necessarily have to, right? It doesn't have to always include money. Just putting information on paper so that your survivors know what you want. Telling someone that you trust what your passwords are, where your insurance paperwork is. That's important. You don't always have to put money down, but in order to lock in the price, because funerals and cremations can be expensive, to lock in the price, that's when you put the money down. I always tell people the story. My grandparents took out a pre-need back in the 80s. My grandfather paid $2,500 for his funeral plan and $2,500 for my grandmother's funeral plan. My grandmother passed 14 years ago. That same insurance plan was $25,000. He's still alive. Whenever God does call him home, that plan that he purchased back in the 80s is going to be probably $30,000 between the casket and the flowers, the programs. It's going to be crazy, but the funeral home that he wrote the pre-need with will have to honor that contract, and we won't have to pay a dime extra outside of what he put in place.
Already put into it. Okay. I learned about that when we lost my dad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's when I kind of learned about pre. I'm like, baby, what's that? And so being explained to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's being a natural planner. I'm like, yo, that's a good service to have. So like you just said, so the survivors, all they got to do is, go get this paper. Be like, oh, okay, here you go.
That's it.
And honor those wishes.
It's done.
Okay. Talk about some myths with being in the funeral industry. Because there's a lot of, myths about being in the industry, especially you being a woman in the industry, things like that.
One major myth is when people come to either of my funeral homes, either in Mansfield or in Frisco, they walk in, they're like, this is not a funeral home. And actually my virtual background behind me, this is my prayer and meditation garden in Mansfield. Outside is where we have majority of our services. And it allows people, then the reason why I have the garden is that the fresh air allows people to get through the process easier. I even have a lot of my arrangements outside. Now that people say it's super hot. Well, we have fans and all the things. And if people can deal with the outside, it's not a problem. So when it comes to the springtime, fall time, right before the winter, all of our services are outside.
Wow.
So that's one myth, that all funeral homes are drab and dreary and they smell. Most of them do. Mine does not.
She's like, no, I got the special fragrance, honey. No. Okay.
We have our own signature scent. Everything that we do is signature. We don't do anything cookie cutter. Another myth is that funerals are overly expensive. I tell my families all the time, families control the contract. If you want a $10,000 casket, you're going to have a really high contract. And I tell my families, a casket is a casket. You can get an unsealed 20 gauge casket, or you can get a sealed 18 gauge stainless steel casket. There are a couple of differences, but a casket is a casket. Flowers are flowers. It's about your preference. There are some
So
families that walk in,
they can
want,
set their own packages, kind
yes.
of.
Well, with
You
us,
don't
we
have
do.
certain ones. Okay.
No, we build packages for our families. Exactly what they want. We don't
Okay.
have a package that has programs and a bunch of stuff that they're probably not going to use, because a lot of funeral homes say you got to use it or lose it. How unfair is that? How about you pay for what you want? And that's what we do for our families. And so they 100% control the contract. Now my prices are set, but they can do what they want, or they can have us do everything.
Okay. Okay. So that was going to be one of my questions. Did you have certain like standard packages, or is it kind of, you can kind of create the customers themselves can kind of create their own? Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So besides the funeral home, cremation, all the things, Christy K Foundation, the Amethyst Gala.
Yes.
Talk about it.
So the Christy K Foundation is a nonprofit that I started with my board about a year ago. And it's an opportunity for us to have lunch and learns, one-on-one sessions with either aspiring entrepreneurs, those who are just starting, or even those who are seasoned, to help figure out how to shift their mindset for success. Being an entrepreneur, I came from corporate America. I went from making six figures, getting a check every 2 weeks, to paying myself. And so it was a huge faith. I stepped out on faith, but there are a lot of people who have the vision, but they don't know how to bring it to light. They don't know how to make it come to fruition. And there are some people who think that they should be in business, but I'm like, just because you can bake a cake does not mean that you need to open a bakery, because you don't have these things in place. And so my team and I, we bring people together, we consult with them, and we tell them, based on our expertise, we think that here's a roadmap to help you get to the next level. We have bankers that we partner with. We have investors. We have CPA. We have a marketing team. And all of these consultations we pay for the entrepreneurs, so they can figure out what's their best next step. And then you asked about the Amethyst Gala. So we've had, this year will be our fourth gala. And the galas are an opportunity for everyone to get dressed up, eat amazing food, and have amazing live entertainment. The first year we had Carl Thomas. Second year we had Joe. And then this year we had an artist, but we decided to pivot. And so we'll be announcing that rather soon. But it's August 30th. It's at the Dallas Palms Event Center. And we really, really hope you guys can make it. We're excited.
Okay. Amethyst Gala had Joe. I saw the pictures, the Joe pictures.
Yeah, amazing.
I was like, okay. Getting big, getting heavy hitters. How many tickets do we still have? Are we at a limited number at this point?
We only have a handful left. The tables are almost gone. And we have only a handful of individual VIP tickets left.
Okay. Now, for a person who is interested in getting into the industry, what are some tools and tips that you would give them if they're interested in getting into the funeral industry, mortuary school, all the things?
Yeah, give me a call. I love talking to people who want to be a part of the industry. I even allow a lot of people to come in and shadow my staff and I, because there's one thing to be on the outside looking in, but I've had several people to come in, they work with us, they work with other funeral homes, like, you know what? It's not really what I thought it would be. I'm glad I had the opportunity to see it for myself before I spent money for school, because now mortuary school is really expensive. When I was coming through, I think for the whole program, I paid maybe $8,000. Now someone says like $30,000. So I would much rather people come in to make sure this is what they want to do before they invest that type of time, time and money. I also tell them, just do your research. Look around and see what funeral homes that kind of align with how you feel that you should serve people. just keep your eyes open and be cognizant that one size does not always fit all. So just go to what works best for you.
Love that. Love that. Come on now. And lastly, how do you stay motivated as an entrepreneur? Because you do quite a bit. What keeps you motivated? How you stay motivated?
Over the years, I've learned to meditate. And meditation does not mean sit in a corner and chanting all day. I've learned how to quiet my mind. Even with the noise around me, my staff knows if I'm sitting at my desk and my head is down, it means I'm quieting my mind so that I can open my eyes to have a fresher perspective of what I'm currently dealing with. I always, before I grab my phone in the morning, I'm laying in the bed still. I repeat to myself, Lord, I'm thankful. Lord, I'm grateful. Everything's going to work out for me today. And those words that I say to myself over and over and over again does not mean that I have perfect days every day. It means whatever comes my way, I will be able to handle it with God's help. And I just lean on my community. Like I've learned how to delegate. There was a time where I had a full staff and I was still doing everything. And one day I was like, why am I paying these able-bodied, like-minded people who want to see my brand succeed? Why am I doing their work and I'm paying them? So I've learned how to step out of the way. I've learned how to allow them to do what they need to do. And then I get a massage probably every 2 weeks.
I need to join you, girl. I need one of those. I am very overdue.
Yeah.
You go every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks. I used to go every week. I used to get a 3-hour massage every week.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to hand clap for the 3-hour massage. Girl, talk about it. So when you are done with that massage, are you a limp noodle at this point as you get off the table? Just, about to,
It's an amazing feeling. My staff knows, leave me alone. Whatever it is can wait.
Yes.
I put my phone on do not disturb. And then when I turn my phone back on, I may have 30 text messages, 100 emails, but I can now go back to it and take care of business. And, and I have a daughter. I make sure that I connect with her. She's going to Tuskegee. I'm actually leaving to take her to Tuskegee in a month.
Yes.
My only child. So I'll have an empty nest. Okay. And so I'm excited about that as well.
Okay.
And my birthday's on Saturday. So just having
Come on, July ministry. I'm the 23rd. So yours is this
nice.
Saturday. Happy birthday. Yes. Happy birthday. Yes. Please relax, release on your birthday. Hopefully you don't have too much to do on your birthday.
We have a couple of services. My friend's father passed. So I'm going to I'm going to serve that family. And I'm going to hang out with some people on Saturday and just enjoy myself. I don't really have to have a bunch of the hoopla and all the pomp and circumstance anymore. I just thank God for another day.
Another year. Yeah, absolutely. Now, 3-hour massage. Who's doing that? Asking for a friend.
I know that's right. So great plug. So her spa's called Coffee Day Spa.
Oh, I know Coffee.
Ty Morrison. She's amazing.
Downtown, right?
Downtown. Mm-hmm.
For a long time. I know they've moved from the time I've gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's great. But I've actually discovered Thai massages where they actually stretch you. They walk on your back. We can talk offline about that. It's amazing.
You just gonna give me some homework and I'm gonna look. So one of my for my birthday, I have a little something real quick before we log off. I call it, I'm turning 43. I'm proud of my age. I look fabulous. Okay. Anyway, so I am turning 43. So I have, I've wrote a list of 43 things that I want to do in 43 at age 40, at chapter 43. And one of those is get massages often. So I'm going to take a page from your book. You go every 2 weeks, Jesus?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay. All right.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm about to shave some stuff off the schedule, but yeah, you've encouraged me today, honey. 3-hour massage. Hold on. I wish I had a pen to write that down. 3-hour massage. Okay, I'm just messing. Now, let everyone know how you can be followed, how they can get a ticket to the gala, so on, so forth.
Thank you. So you can go to the Amethyst Gala, DFW.com, or the easiest thing is to go to ChristyKFoundation.com. There you go, ChristyKFoundation.com. Those are the tickets there. If you want to talk about funeral service, just to have a chat about it, come by and have some coffee with me. You can go to MansfieldFuneralHomes.com. My numbers are on the screen now. And if you want to have a good time, multi-course meal, we're going to have hand-rolled cigars, martini bar. Come and have fun with us August 30th.
Love, love, love. Well, thank you so much, Miss Christy, for coming on, agreeing to come on to be with me today. I'm just very inspired by everything that you're doing, what you're doing for the community, and helping families during their time of need. And so again, I love that I get to see a chocolate sister of color out there transforming lives. Thank you so much, sis. So before we cut off, make sure that you guys go and follow our guest today. Make sure you go and follow little old me at Mamapreneur Podcast on all platforms. Make sure you subscribe to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel for our road to 1,000. And tomorrow, make sure you register for tomorrow's networking event at 5:00 p.m. in the DFW area. Link was already posted, and I'll post again. Thank you so much for your support and for tuning in tonight for episode 70. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for my birthday episode. Have a good night.